have a stump mic over there.
Huh?
Stump mic?
Yeah, he was telling me about it. Yeah, yeah.
It's only on the one side.
Yeah, yeah. So just think if you have to say anything, whatever, tell the player to go fuck himself or whatever, just walk to the side. Make sure it doesn't pick up on the mic, all right?
Eastern Division as the Manhattan Yorkers take on the New Jersey Somerset Cavaliers. We'll quickly set the lineup for you. My name is Brian Barish. Great to have your company. The Manhattan Yorkers batted first yesterday. They will bat first again today as the Cavaliers won the toss and elected to bowl after winning yesterday's encounter by 10 runs. Two changes from the setup yesterday, as Arya Garg and Rahil Mehta are both out, and the two inclusions are Alak Parikh and Arminder Gill. Those are the two who will start. I believe it is Gill's first ever appearance in minor league cricket, at least for the Yorkers. As for the New Jersey Somerset Cavaliers, Viraj Desai and Waleed Khan will make way for Aditya Agarwal and Rishi Simpy. Those are the two ends for the team that won by 10 wickets yesterday. Salman Nazar picked up a fourfer, and it was Chandrapal Hemraj and Kenar Lewis who led the way with unbeaten half centuries and an unbeaten chase down of 121 runs. It is a very good day for bowling. The temperature is a lot cooler than it was yesterday. The high is only supposed to get up to 74 degrees. The temperature right now, a very comfortable 68 degrees. There is a decent wind coming out of the east-southeast at 7 miles an hour. The gusts are 11. In terms of what this game means on the final standings, well, very little. The New Jersey Somerset Cavaliers know that after this game is finished, they will get a chance to focus on the Super 8 playoffs, which begin in 9 days hence in Morrisville, North Carolina. They'll join 7 other teams. We know 5 of those 7 teams right now. The New Jersey Stallions, who are currently playing up in New York against the New England Eagles, they know they will be in as well. As for the Manhattan Yorkers, well, they know that if they win and if the Eagles lose, they will avoid finishing in last place for the second time in their history. Abdullah Ghazi will have the ball, and he will bowl from the Edinburgh Road end. Javen Thomas and Pranav Chetapaliyam, who has played out of his mind in his last 2 appearances. Pranav, after really failing to get out of the 20s over the last, I would say, 2 seasons or so, bar a high of 87 at the end of the 2024 campaign, has had half centuries in his last 2 appearances. Last Sunday, it was a 68 in a tough defeat against the Stallions, and then yesterday it was 58 in that defeat against these very same New Jersey Somerset Cavaliers. Our umpires for today's game, Colin Edwards and Ravi Ganta. And the first ball of the game is a wide ball, and we're underway in inauspicious fashion. It is Javen Thomas on the other end. Should mention Ritesh Patel is our third umpire today as Pranav defends to the offside. You're sticking with that leftmost pitch. There's room for one more, and this one is a little bit more greener. The cooler conditions and the condition of the pitch, I think, would have led to, I think, an easy decision to bowl first. This time he dabs it to the onside and goes to mid-on, and they'll come through for a single, and Thomas will take the strike. There are 9 games going on in minor league cricket today. Only 3 of them have playoff implications. We'll talk about that during the course of this day. We said the final full day of regular season action. There are 2 regular season games happening in Atlanta next weekend, in addition to the Central Division wildcard playoff. Thomas goes up on his toes and defends it to the onside. Good bowling by Abdullah Ghazi. Ghazi yesterday taking 2 wickets, 2 for 15 from his complement of 4 overs. This time he tries to drive it to the offside, and it was a hesitation that took away the time needed to make that decision as to whether or not Thomas was going to take a run. By the time it was apparent he could, there was no opportunity to do so. That's a lot of words to say that that was a dot ball. Thomas yesterday bowled, or LBW'd for a golden duck by Mohammad Asad Gus, who took a 3-fer in the victory. Driven back to Abdullah Ghazi, who makes the stop, and that leaves 1 ball remaining. Of course, the Yorkers last Sunday almost handed the New Jersey Stallions their first loss. As you see Ghazi, and that's the sort of one you have to be very careful with, because that's a good way to jam a finger. We've seen all sorts of little freak incidents this season. That one sails over the top of the stumps and onto the keeper, and that ends the first over. So Abdullah Ghazi does well. He gives up 1 off the bat, 1 wide at the end of the first over. The Manhattan Yorkers, having been sent at the bat, are 2 for none.
Yes. You go to fine. Okay.
So, as we get underway here, I'll tell you, of course, the New Jersey Stallions clinched their 3rd Eastern Division championship to go with 2021 and 2022. And the Stallions, or the Cavaliers, meanwhile, who won last year after they tied with the Cavaliers and the Stallions, that is, they tied for the top spot, and the Cavaliers won on net run rate. This is Paranjay Yadav, who will come in. No wickets yesterday, but only gave up 13 runs in his 2 overs of work. The Cavaliers, after 2 seasons in the bottom of the Eastern Division, they finished 6th 2 years in a row, 7-8-1 and 4-9-1 in 2021 and 2022. Then they had they've had winning records ever since, 5-4-1, and Somerset, and 2024 last year, of course, 6-2 to win the division. So Yadav comes in, and this one is stroked to the offside. They will come through for a run after the ball was bobbled. In fact, it looks like they're going to get 2. Good running, good heads-up running, and that was slapped in hard, and I believe it was Kennar Lewis who couldn't field it cleanly. And Pranav, who has looked much more comfortable in his last couple of appearances. We said the Yorkers, the Yorkers with a win, if they can pull off a win here against the New Jersey Somerset Cavaliers team that just wants to maybe see some of their younger players get some reps of consequence. Shorter ball bounced up into the breadbasket and defended by Chattapalliam. One thing we've seen a lot on this pitch is teams in the power play, which is the first 6 overs of the game, where there's more stringent fielding restrictions. That is, only 2 players can be allowed outside that 35-yard circle. Teams generally have been pretty conservative in the power play. Tries to cut it away, and once again the 4-man infield is there. Prajay Yadav, a U19 prospect, having a solid season for the men in green. Although he is still looking for his first wicket. And that one is top-edged, and with no man there, that's going to roll all the way for 4. So first boundary of the game, it goes up front of Chattapalliam. Probably not the intended result in terms of location, but it sailed over the one slip that was in place and goes all the way down to the 3rd man. As you see it again, he was just trying to work that away to the offside, but luck and physics plays a lot in those sort of shots. This time he goes to the onside. And it's stopped into deep. They'll get another run off of that, so 1 ball still to come. And Chattapalliam already on 8.
Let's go, middle. Coming left, more. 1 to go.
Keep going there, boys. Keep going there, boys.
Final ball of the 2nd over from the dog park end. Shorter ball and a toe edge back to the bowler, and that ends the 2nd over. 2 complete for Mercer County Park here in this first innings. The Manhattan Yorkers 9 for none.
Guys change, guys change. Guys change, just these 2, right?
Salman.
Yeah.
Looking at the runs table and how many runs in terms of the most runs by different batters, Sai Mukamala has finished at the top of the Eastern Division with 320 runs. And Pinak Ghosh of the New York City Titans, well, it's Garanchu Sharma who's currently sitting in 2nd on 281. And Pinak Ghosh on 272. They are both done. Then Christian Thurton is sitting in 4th on 252, and then Kennar Lewis, who is in this game, is on 251. And he'll have the opportunity.
You can just use it for minor. Only if you play for USA.
Kennar Lewis on 251, and Gajanan Singh on 219, alongside Chandrapal Hemraj.
Alright, thank you guys.
Discount or no? Yeah, you get discount.
They have a tape measure out, and I don't know why. Are they measuring the boundary? That would be the, or they might be measuring the 35-meter arc. We'll find out in a sec, or the circle. We'll find out in a second. I said 35-meter arc. I'm coming from the world of Aussie rules football. But in any event, while this is happening, We'll tell you, of course, we mentioned that there are 3 games of consequence happening in minor league cricket today that will affect the playoff race. 2 of them are in the south, in Atlanta, as Abdullah Ghazi will continue from the Edinburgh Road end.
Whoa!
Flayed by Pranav Chattopadhyay, and it whizzes by his outside edge. I've been very impressed with Abdullah Ghazi in his couple of seasons. And he's been a very key pacer, as this one is dabbed to the offside, but not far enough for Pranav to get a run. As Mohammad Asad Goose, who is, as we said, picked up a 3 for yesterday, makes the stop on the offside. No Najaf Shah today, and it's Ali Imran who has the captaincy today, with a bunch of very important games coming up. They're resting Viraj Desai, who is listed as the 12th man. We might see him. They're resting Waleed Khan, who is also available as a fielder. Gajanan Singh is not in today. So a chance for some of the supporting cast to make their mark. Big shout by Abdullah Ghazi, but Pranav Chattopadhyay ends up having to play that defensively as you look at umpire Colin Edwards. See that one turn something fierce and clank the top of the pad. That would have been very, very close. I think maybe what Colin Edwards was saying is that that one probably would have been too high and would have gone over the wicket. And again, that one is dabbed back into himself. This time he did get the battle on the ball. And Abdullah Ghazi has bowled 5 dot balls in this 3rd over. Most of the acceleration that we've, as we said, have seen will happen after the power play. For the Yorkers, well, they'll be seeing, I mean, it's going to probably be about the same as it was yesterday in terms of the bowling attack. They used 7 bowlers yesterday, did the Cavaliers. And that one gets by. And once again, Abdullah Ghazi they cannot figure out Abdullah Ghazi. It ends up being a maiden over. And after 3, the Manhattan Yorkers are
Keep going, fellas. Keep going, boys. Keep going there, boys.
As you see the ground on a absolutely beautiful day, it is a, I think we're in the fall. I haven't checked that yet. First day of fall is actually tomorrow at 2:19. And it is Yadav who will continue from the dog park end. And there is his first wicket as he clean bowls Javen Thomas. Paranjay Nadav, he clean bowls Thomas, and that is the young man's first wicket in minor league cricket. And Manhattan, who really hadn't gotten their heels in too much, neither at Javen Thomas, he goes for a 5-ball duck. Check it, that's going to end up being a 6-ball duck. And they are 9 for 1. Good bowling by the young man, by the young spinner. And we said he's looked good so far this season. And when we've seen that with a number of bowlers, and we'll see that as well with Adit Kappa for the Yorkers in the second innings, that a lot of times if you work the same line and if you put a lot of pressure on, eventually the juice is worth the squeeze. And on that occasion, it was an excellent ball.
Yo, get from here. That's his competition.
Amrinder Gill making his minor league cricket debut in the final game of the season. Will come in at number 3.
Ali. Ali. Ali.
He's an under a U19. Helped. He got a century in that ICC Americas qualifier that saw the USA qualify for the U19 World Cup. So this is a man who can bat with some skill. And if he and Pranav can put a partnership together, that will make this game very interesting. And he gets his first run in minor league cricket. With a definitive onside shot. That's the one thing I think we've really been kind of hoping from this game, is to see good individual performances and perhaps a close game. That's all you can hope for out of these games at the end of the season that, as we say, won't have an effect on the final standings in terms of placement. Cut away to the offside and cut through with some pace, but it's stopped in the deep. Chattopadhyay goes to 9, 11 for 1. Chattopadhyay had the top score, of course, yesterday, 58 off of 45. Yasser Muhammad, 16 off of 9. He was joint second with the extras column. That one worked to the offside. It was very much a yes, no, and Gill would have been a goner had that been a direct strike, but that was offline, and so he survives for another ball. This was a very late decision on a short ball that popped in the air, and you could see there where the ball went by, Gill was still maybe 3/4 of the way down the track. That would have been a throwaway wicket. We'll see what direction things go from there, as this one goes all the way down towards the boundary. It will stay in the field of play, and Pranav will take a couple and go to double digits. He's 11 off of 15, and his strike rate is a little bit quicker than we've seen at the start of the last couple of overs. The last couple of matches, rather. As we said, he is coming off of 2 consecutive half-centuries, which are his second and third highest score in his minor league cricket career. Defended, but up in the air. A little pop shot. 15 for 1, and that is the end of the 4th over. So Yadav gets his first wicket as he removes Javen Thomas. And the Manhattan Yorkers, with 2 overs to go in the power play, are 15 for 1.
Vijay, you're going to bowl the next over, okay? Yeah. Ali, sleep चाहिए? Go!
One other game, as we say, happening in the Eastern Division. The New Jersey Stallions are taking on the New England Eagles, and we're interested to see whether the Stallions would try for their undefeated season or play their kids. It's been mostly their normal players. They are 41 for 3, batting first in that game. Again, the Stallions know they're in. The Eagles, if they win, they'll avoid finishing in last place. And it is Rishi Shimpy who will, one of the two ins. Rishi having a pretty good season. He's also relatively handy with the bat.
Great.
Rishi coming off of a 3-fer in his last game last week. So far, a total of 7 wickets in his first 4 games. Second ball to Chattapalliam. Defended and just skitters by the non-striker Stumps. We started to say a couple of the other games happening that will affect what happens. The Atlanta Fire and the Baltimore Royals, and if the Fire win, they'll lock up the South Division. If the Royals win, they'll clinch the first of the 2 spots, and will very much keep the Atlanta Lightning alive. The Lightning have to win today against Morrisville, and then sweep the 2 games next week against the Fire to sneak in. Cut away, catch was the call. Dropped right in front of Kennar Lewis. And the dot ball, good fielding by Kennar Lewis. Is checking to make sure he still has all 10 fingers. Gillen plays that one away, but again, this time to Abdul Ghazi. 1 ball to come. Again, the Yorkers batters content to kind of wait out this power play instead of taking advantage of the fielding restrictions.
Yep.
Again, one only. Now they thought about a second depending on how the throw came in. So 1 ball still to come in this 5th over. So the wind picks up a little bit. It's actually a little chilly. I'm glad I brought my coat. That one is hit well and over the fielder who made a valiant effort out there. Kennar Lewis wished he was a little bit taller. He wished he was a baller. But it wasn't good enough, and Pranav Chattapalliam goes bang for a maximum, and that ends the over, the 5th over of the Flash as he turned this one on. And you see Kennar Lewis rising, but just off of his fingertips. And Pranav Chattapalliam is now 19 off of 19. Shimpy gives up 8 in that 5th over. Manhattan 23 for 1. So we'll see now who they'll turn to. They'll continue with Yadav from the
100%.
dog park end. And Yadav with good spin action. He removed Javen Thomas. In on the pads, a shout, but umpire Ravi Ganta says no. A good bowling by the youngster. Going down leg. Always going down leg. Looked like it pitched in line, but made contact outside the leg stump. This time again he tries to swing through it, couldn't. Good bowling, and it's one of those situations where you have to watch what the bowler is bowling in order to judge his performance. You know, 1 for 13 though after 2 overs isn't terrible. You can hover around, maybe lower that econ rate. Dab back to the bowler. Beautiful bowling. Nadav really has come on. And it'll be interesting to see how much they utilize his spin. Right now he is in the super race. They've used him, as you can see, as their first choice spinner in this game. And he has done well on this particular stage. That one is hit pretty well, catches the call, but it will dribble over the boundary line for 4 more runs. And Amrinder Gill gets his first boundary in minor league cricket. 27 for 1. Again, this time a leg spin and guided nicely by Gill, who had in his mind that it was going to be in on his leg stump. This time it's just dabbed away. This time to third man, and this time it'll roll ever so gently again over the boundary line. 2 fours in a row for Amrinder Gill. And now things are starting to perhaps accelerate as the power play comes to an end. Just that little whisper soft sweep shot that we see good batters play so well. Final ball of the power play. This time he has to come forward and defend, but it's jabbed, and coming in hard was Rishi Simpy to try and maybe catch Gill napping on the non-striker's end, but it is Amrinder Gill who gets all 9 runs in the 6th over. The power play comes to an end. Chattapalliam on 19, Gill on 12, Manhattan 32 for 1.
Adi, bowling from here, okay? Hemi, short line, third man. Or fine or third, just yourself. Hey, Adi bowl.
Well, going back to, we talked about Atlanta playing Baltimore Royals. Atlanta, the Fire, who won last night in I'll tell you what, there were 2 games yesterday, Atlanta Fire and the Fire Royals game, and the Giants Kings 11 game in Dallas that just had really just exciting, and in the Dallas game, bonkers finishes. And Atlanta 43 for 5 at the drinks break. Jamar Hamilton, who was the hero yesterday, is up there as we have a new bowler. It is Muhammad Asad Ghosh, who took 3 wickets yesterday.
Good work. Keep going, guys. Energy here, lads. Energy here, boys. Come on,
plays
boys.
this one to the offside. There is no
keep
run.
Going, guys. Good start, go, say.
Ghosh 3 for 23 yesterday.
Get it. Well bowled.
Thumped back to him. No run.
Keep going.
Power play
Balls there, boys.
restrictions
Keep going, guys.
have been lifted. Nobody either they have nobody at slip. They have one kind of loose gully. Gill takes a run, 33 for 1.
Wrong to you, buddy.
He overrated about 5, which I guess would be about what they normally have been going at this rate. They would say anywhere between, I would say, 25 and 35 runs in the power play has been about the going rate, at least on this pitch that we've seen. Of course, we saw the New Jersey Stallions and their power play at like 75 against the Philadelphians. That was a lengthier ball that Chattapalliam can only defend. There's some early pressure being applied. This time he opens up. Chattapalliam is back there at point. And
Keep going there, fellas. Keep going there, boys.
opting not to test his arm is Pranav Chattapalliam. Final ball. It's lengthier and almost picked off Pranav. Let's see it again. It was a loopier ball that twisted away from him and also hopped up over the stump. That guy got a lot of air after it pitched. Great start by Gauss. At the end of 7 complete, he gives up just 1. The Yorkers are 33 for 1.
Yeah, keep it slow. Come on, babe.
So I mentioned the Atlanta Fire playing. Of course, the other game in that in this one that's going to matter is later on today. That's the second game of the doubleheader at the Paramveers Cricket Complex at 2 o'clock Eastern. It's the Atlanta Lightning and the Morrisville Raptors as we see the other inclusion. Another U19 in Aditya Agarwal. He will weave his spin from the dog park end. Oh, good job coming across. Diving stop by Chandrapal Hemraj. That.
Nice one. Dots are good here. Dots are
A good ball.
As long as it's a dot, I'm happy with it.
It's in that sort of
I'm happy with it. Just keep on bowling our day.
short cover position. Ah! Did he get it? Nope. Nope. They got excited because he thought he stumped him. Kevin Christian, an excitable lad who, if he gets the chance to bowl, it'll be or he get a chance to bat, you'll see him really perform, but wasn't able to claim the stump on this occasion. Softly guided away. They'll take another single. But good bowling by Agrawal.
We could do that.
9 runs in the first 2 overs for the Yorkers. Then that Abdul Ghazi maiden. And 6, 8, 9, and then 1 run in the 7th over and 1 through 4 balls here in the 8th. Opens up and blasts it. But it's caught right at the line. And a wicket goes. And that'll be it for Pranav Chattapalliam. There will be no third half century in a row. He put a lot of power behind this one, but it didn't have the distance. And this was a very difficult catch that was made coming across. And the Yorkers Well, if they were going to find the acceleration point, it won't be here. As Salman Nazar, who took 4 wickets yesterday, takes the catch. And Pranav Chattopadhyay has to go on 19 from 23, and the Manhattan Yorkers 34 for 2. Salman Nazar, he didn't have any catches yesterday, but he was always a danger in the field. And so Amrinder Gill, rather, will bat with Derek Narine, a man who, you know, when Chattopadhyay was struggling in the opener's position earlier this season, we were asking why haven't they stuck in Derek Narine, a man who, especially with the Philadelphians in the first couple of seasons of minor league cricket, had been a proven opening batter.
Scoring middle.
So far, in his 9 innings, has amassed just 114 runs for an average of 12.7, positive strike rate of 102.7. So a key passage here. We said if Gill and Chattopadhyay could build a partnership, now it's Gill and Narine. First ball Narine sees as a in-spinner. Dabbed away, and that ends the over. Great first over by Agrawal. He gets a wicket, gives up just a run. 8 overs in the books. Manhattan 34 for 2. Agrawal, another young man who is on debut today. Dose will continue from the
Keep going here, fellas. Energy here, fellas. Bogo!
Edinburgh Road end. Well, the only other game today, we mentioned the 2 in the South, but the only other game that has postseason implications, the Metroplex Tracers taking on the Lone Star Athletics. After that insane super over game yesterday between the Xphoria Giants and Kings 11 Dallas. Going to play that one was Amar Gill. Saw Kings 11 pull that one out. They are in the 1-game playoff for the final spot in the Super 8. Tried to open up, but looked very awkward in doing so. Ended up having to be a back-footed defensive shot.
Keep going. A lot of dot balls here.
If the Tracers win, it will be they who play Kings 11 Dallas. If they lose, then it will be the Xphoria Giants who are in against Kings 11 Dallas as Gill works it away to the offside. They'll take a run.
Ali.
Stopped by Agarwal.
I need a slip.
See umpire Colin Edwards. The winner of that playoff will join the Chicago Kingsmen, who clinched the Central Division yesterday, in the Super 8s. As you see, Gauss changing his field around ever so slightly. One man in the slip position, it's Chandrapal Hemraj. And it is just turned to the onside, goes all the way through to fine leg. We're in that sort of area. They come through for a run. Though I would say that would be for that backward short leg position. I think of the third man, the short backward square, David Boone, the 5'3" Tasmanian with the flared pants, as this one is guided away all the way to the rope. It is stopped short. They'll take 2 easily. Kenara Lewis, who's been a busy man with his heels on the boundary. 1 ball still to come in the 9th over. And Gill 17 off of 22 in his first ever match
Get
it away. A cleaner pickup would have put Derek Narine in some strife, but Agarwal not able to pick it up on the hop. 39 for 2 after 9 for the Manhattan Yorkers. So 1 over remaining before the drinks break, and the Yorkers being constrained to a run rate of 4.3, and perhaps the Cavaliers, as we said, the conditions were right for bowling, but I think the one thing as well that we'll see here is that they're giving a lot of their young bowlers a chance to get some deliveries of consequence as Agarwal continues for the dog park end. Big swing, and very lucky that the ball hopped up over the bails. So Agarwal has bowled well. Yadav has bowled well. And that thing turned something fierce. Definitely pitched in line. By the time it went into Kevin Christian's gloves, it was at the 4th stump. Same thing there. Again, looking for the stumping. And this time he's got it. And that will do it for Gill. He is stumped. And Agarwal has his first wicket in minor league cricket as well. The 2 youngsters have each picked up one, and in fact, Agarwal has picked up his second. And the 2 youngsters are getting it done for the Cavaliers. And he strayed a little bit too far forward. Perhaps the balance, his center of balance, taking him a little bit too far astray. But that is a huge get. And Amrinder Gill, as we said, a man who has put up a century for the U19 national team in the USA, heads back to the dugout, having been stumped for 18 runs off of 25. It is a partnership of just 5 runs. And the Yorkers are 39 for 3. And I think they're going to take the drinks break now. Or we'll double check that in a second. Usually they do that in this instance. And the fact that it is. So we're going to take a quick little break here for Mercer County Park. We are in the 10th over. The Manhattan Yorkers are 39 for 3.
Be careful whenever you're jumping on that.
Yeah, I'm okay. On the pitch. I tried jumping over.
Try to jump over there, but you can't.
I didn't.
This is all you. This is all you.
No, it's. Yeah, I mean,
That
obviously,
is you.
I have to finish there. What else?
Finish here.
Why would I finish
That's
there?
bad news for us.
Umpire. Finishing there is fine, right? There's nothing problem.
Yeah, knowing this one is fine.
Exactly, there's no problem. Even your brother finishes like that.
All right, bro. I didn't realize you've been watching my brother's highlights. Chill, bro.
Yeah, bro.
I watched 3 balls, bro. The one that you were showing me.
Not 3 balls. The scoring leg? That's smart. It's like this. Against the spin. Goes a 6 over there. That's a very good shot. Let him do it again. Let him do it again.
Yeah.
I put substitute and Raj and Kenar both are out. The lead and Miraj is in.
Keep going, keep going. Keep going, Adi. Keep going, Adi. Stop here, Adi.
Better coming left camera.
Well, it is Deep Patel who comes in at number 5. He's in the lineup. Dinesh Patel is not. He wasn't in the lineup yesterday as Agrawal continues. Agrawal 2 for 1. Defensively, but far enough is Christian. He may have gotten, let's see. Nope. Not on this occasion, but a good way to put the screws in. And almost got Deep Patel. Let's look at it again. Ooh. Oh, he was on the line. Oh, he was on the line. That was very, very, very close. I think that's 50-50. I think if he would have been given out, that wouldn't have been the wrong call, in my opinion. But what the heck do I know? And almost. There's been a couple of situations where, Manhattan could easily be 5 down. They really, really easily could have been 5 wickets down. As we take a look at it again. Oh, we're zoomed in now. This is fantastic. All right, the bail is off, and I don't think he's grounded. So look, we have this benefit of instant replay. The umpires don't. From our benefit, I would probably have given him out. But you know what? That is what in baseball we call a bang-bang play. And you can't fault anybody. I would say that's why I feel like you can't fault anybody for calling that one way or another as it's happening. That was awfully, awfully, awfully close, though.
Keep going, fellas. Keep going, fellas. Virat, red bug. Virat, red bug.
So Agrawal, and that appears to be the end of the over. Looks like they're 1 ball behind because this is Gauss who will come into bowl, and Deep Patel, they'll take a run off of that. So 41 for 3. Gauss now in his 3rd over.
Keep going, fellas. Keep going, fellas. Keep going, fellas. Keep working outside.
We'll see Usman Saeed, the man at slip now. Tries to just place that one right back to the bowler. Opens up, does Derek Narayan, but no contact. This time was actually kind of going for a one of those guffaw type swings on his back foot. Comes in on the front foot this time and tries to dab it onto the onside. Tries to honk it onto the onside, but to no avail.
Keep going, fellas. Keep going, fellas.
So 3 dot balls. And going right back to work. Catches the call, but it gets by the first man. It's a race out to the boundary, and it's finally stopped right in front of it.
Keep going, Adi. Keep going, Adi.
So a couple more. 43 for 3. And Derek Narayan just Actually be 40. Well, we'll check in a second here as Narayan, this time he opens up, and very lucky not to chop that onto his own stumps in the process.
Come on, Kevin.
And that ends the over. We have 42 for 3 after 11. Narayan on 2, Deep Patel on 2. Oh, we'll find out in a second. I thought they took 2 there.
You have to be flat for it. You have to be up front.
You're going all the way back, so you'll beg your indulgence. I think it's 40. I feel like it's 40. Well, we'll find out now in a second. Might be 44. 43. 43. 43 for 3. And it's Agarwal who will come in for his third over. He's 2 for 3. And he'll go on. It was a late decision, and he's gone. Another wicket falls, and again, it was a hesitation there, and Derek Narayan, after almost, and probably, you know what they say, ball don't lie. And Derek Narayan is gone. He has run out on 3 from 6 balls. And Agrawal will not get credit for it in his figures, but he is now responsible for 3 wickets. And in fact, it was a direct hit. And I'll tell you what, I don't think it needed to be a direct hit. I think had Christian fielded it, I think Narayan would have been on his way back anyway. So 43 for 4. We look at it again, this time from another angle. And yup, hits what was the leg stump. And that had to be, judging by the angle with which he grabbed it, I think he was only looking at maybe a stump and a half. So Yasser Muhammad, the captain, will come in, and because Narayan was on the non-striker's end when the putout was made, he will watch Deep Patel. And Yasser Muhammad yesterday, as we said, was the joint second highest scorer, 16 from 9. As you see, Agrawal wearing Ali bin Zafar's old jumper, old uniform. Dab to the onside. This time there will be no doubt. They'll take a run. 44 for 4. That's a Richie times 2. Brian Barish here with you. Glad to have your company. That one is driven down the ground. Stopped right in front by Gauss. The bowling has been superb by and large today. 1-4, that was Chattapalliam. 3 total. 1 by Chattapalliam, 2 by Gill, and then the 1 maximum by Chattapalliam. Opens up and can't get a whole lot to it, and it's stopped by Yadav. Is playing it short mid off. Again, Yasser Muhammad not able to do anything with that. Final ball of this over. And again, Yasser Muhammad not able to handle the Aditya Agrawal spin. He induces a run out. Derek Narayan dismissed for 3. And after 12 overs, the Manhattan Yorkers 45 for 4. They're only on a pace for 76. And you have to ask the question, where the acceleration is going to come from, and with the New Jersey Somerset Cavaliers, you know, a winning score against them is probably closer to like 150 or 160, and there doesn't seem to be any danger at this point in time of that happening. But stranger things have occurred on this field and in this league. Now comes Salman Nazar. 4 for yesterday. He was 4 for 15.
Keep working, fellas.
I'll tell you about the history between these two teams in just a moment. This is the 10th time that these squads have faced off. The Cavaliers have won 5 of the 9, and all of their 5 have come in the last 6 matchups.
Catch! All right, good start. Good start, Salman.
Salman Nazar was hoping for a catch, but just short.
Keep going, Salman. Keep going, Salman.
And in the last game last year that I covered, good ball by Salman Nazar. He's going to bowl all sorts of junk at Deep Patel, and it's going to be a matter of really everybody who's in the middle wearing blue and gold to keep up. That's going to be the key. Cuts it away, gets by the fielder, and they are on their horse. But the boundary line is going to win that one. It's over at a 4, and it's the first in some time for the Manhattan Yorkers, and Deep Patel now 7 off 11. And it got by the fielder.
Not bad, Salman, not bad.
That was good placement. And they needed that to really kind of steady things a bit.
Finish on the circle, finish on the circle.
Let's see a sweep shot here, Salman. Oi!
Yorker length ball. Good delivery.
Keep going, keep going.
You might even call that a corker Yorker.
Keep going, Salman.
You might.
He's gonna sweep now, Salman. He's gonna sweep. Get it, get it!
Worked away. Deep Patel was walking down the pitch, but the ball came back in quickly to Kevin Christian, nullifying any attempt at shenanigans. 1 ball still to come in the 13th over.
Keep going. Get it, get it.
And again, he tries to work it in, but he's got 4 guys waiting for that on the offside, and that wasn't going anywhere. Just the boundary given up by Salman Nazar in that 13th over. The Manhattan Yorkers 49 for 4. As we said, this is the 10th matchup between the teams.
Stay inside.
And the
BJ, you have to go back.
last year, the two-team split, as we take a look at the card so far. Pranav Chetapaliyam, after Javen Thomas was bowled by Yadav. Chetapaliyam 19, Amrinder Gill on 16, Derek Narayan run out for 3, and now it's up to Deep Patel and Yasser Muhammad to try and put a partnership together. And you see the bowling attack. Paranjay Yadav 1 for 22. Aditya Agarwal 2 for 5. He's bowling well. And really, the Yorkers, by and large, have not been able to solve the bowling attack. As Agrawal will come in, the 2 youngsters, as we said, they have been responsible for all 4 wickets. Agrawal with 2 and the run out. And Yadav with 1. And this one is hit high in the air and deep and gone for 6. That is the second maximum. And Yasser Muhammad, he is the captain. And at this point, if the Yorkers are going to put up a score to defend here, it's going to be on his shoulders, as well as Deep Patel. That turned in on his hands, and he turned with it and blasted for 6. Beautiful adjustment, and he got under it nicely, and that brings up the 50 in some flash. Now he's back down the ground and came very close to ricocheting off of Deep Patel, but it didn't. 55 for 4. Here it is again. Oh, that was majestic. You can make a logo out of that.
Huh?
Back to live action. It's given us a wide, much to the chagrin of Agrawal. And umpire Ravi Ganta is out there with Colin Edwards. Ritesh Patel is our third official today, and that one is turned as well, and that one will stop in front of Ali Imran. And only one run there, but all of a sudden now, Manhattan Yorkers, I think, realizing that now's the time to move forward. Their projected score now only at 84. But this has been good, tight bowling. I'll tell you what, as well, and we'll get to it more in depth, the Yorkers bowling yesterday wasn't all that bad. They only surrendered 6 extras. In on the toes of Deep Patel. And Gauss makes the stop at long off. And 1 ball still to come. They've used 6 different bowlers in this match. This is the final ball for Agrawal today, and that one, well, that was not a legal delivery, and as that one was given as a live, and Ravi Ganta, once again, Agrawal not happy with the decision. And that did turn in, but I think it may have been where it pitched was what yielded that particular call. And he comes back with a dot ball. So Agrawal finishes his day on 2 for 15. A very good debut for him in minor league cricket. 14 overs complete. The Manhattan Yorkers are 59 for 4. We started to talk about the last game of the season last year. The Manhattan Yorkers, after the New Jersey Somerset Cavaliers, Gajanan Singh had a half century on 53. They set a target of 169. Now the Manhattan Yorkers at one point were 6 for 6 and then 19 for 8. And they scrambled at the end to finish on 71 not out, but it looked like it was going to be an absolute shellacking. It still was. Salman Nazar continues from the Edinburgh Road end, went for the reverse sweep, and this one was just a regular original flavor sweep. And the question is whether or not he got a tickle to it, and Colin Edwards is not making any indication that that wasn't the case, so Deep Patel will get credit for a couple of runs. He's now in double figures. Waited on that one and cuts it away. Again, fielded in the deep once again. This time by Viraj Desai, who's on as a sub fielder. Discuss the Super 8s in just a moment, what that means, the playoff system, which will occur beginning on Tuesday, September 30th in Morrisville, North Carolina. And if you're in the area or you have friends in the area, why don't you come out and check out some the best in minor league cricket as they head towards the championship final on Sunday, October 5th. In on the stumps once again. This time it's driven now towards long on. Another one on the board. And they're just a steady ticking of the score at this point. At the Manhattan Yorkers, or rather the New Jersey Somerset Cavaliers, probably won't complain too much of giving up a run of ball. The run rate's still at 4.3, where it has been for some time, and that's a defensive shot by Deep Patel. Keep going, Salman, keep going, Salman. And As we said,
Keep going here, boys.
with
Keep going here, boys.
Chanrapal Hemraj and Kenar Lewis chasing down that target yesterday of 117. Patel rubs that one into the ground, and the soccer stop made by Salman Nazar. That's what they teach you in soccer shots. Tell you what, my daughter can control the ball. I don't know that she can really do anything with it. She's 5. That's very similar. And Deep Patel tries to cut it away. It didn't go very far. And again, the infield. And another good stop. This time, once again, by Chanrapal Hemraj. So after giving up 4 runs on the first 3 balls, Nazar finishes with nothing but dots. 15 complete. With Deep Patel on 11, Yasser Muhammad on 9, Manhattan 63 for 4. Here is the Manhattan chart. Always love when we see the Manhattan chart when the Yorkers are playing. And you see things really have settled down other than that 14th over where they got 10 runs off of it. They really haven't put together anything. They haven't scored more than 6 since the 7th over. So it's been a struggle for the Yorkers, and it really kind of shows how well not only how the Cavaliers can bowl in general, but how well they've done on this pitch. And they'll have, having elected to bowl first, they will have the opportunity to know how this works when they come to bat. And Gauss will come in to finish his bowling. The Yorkers, winning the toss yesterday, elected the bat. And they elected the bat in the game last Sunday against the Cavaliers, or against the Stallions, and almost came off with the victory. So this will be Gauss's last over. Agrawal is bowled out. And this one is driven down the ground with some height and some distance and some result. That's 6. Yasser Muhammad with his 2nd maximum of the innings. And the Yorkers on to 69 for 4. Right in the slot, and Yasser Muhammad makes no mistake, as he is wont to do. Well, he's bettered his total from yesterday. Good ball, good comeback. And Muhammad Asad Gauss, who took 3 yesterday, went for the reverse sweep. And he's gone. That's LBW. And Yasser Muhammad tried to get cute. And we were saying Gauss needs, at this point, a hat trick if he wanted to match yesterday. Well, he's got 1. And Yasser Muhammad, as we said, they were Yorkers probably pinning their hopes on a defendable score on him. Pitches in line and hits him just under the leg, both in line, and had it gone through, it would have rattled the stumps. And so Gauss picks up his first. He's 1 for 14. Yasser Muhammad sent on his way as he goes for 15 off of 14. And Manoj Acharya will come on at number 7. And Manoj, well, his high is 34. That came all the way back in 2022. Since then, he has not scored more than 20 runs. Deep Patel now. You can't discount Deep. He already has a good total of in the 40s, in fact 44. I was in the game last Sunday, and that game again where the Yorkers almost rattled the Stallions. But Acharya will wait, and on an off-speed delivery, not interested in playing it. And he's a guy who can both be patient and also be aggressive at the same time. He's very smart. And that one was just kind of chopped up in the air, but there was no man, well, other than Chandrapal Hemraj. It was, had he been maybe about 6 steps to his right, he would have had a relatively easy catch. As it is, Acharya's off the mark. Gauss gives up 7, but he does take the wicket of Yasir Muhammad, the captain. And with 4 overs to go, the Manhattan Yorkers are 70 for 5. This is the LBW. 1, 2, and had it gone through, it would have hit the stumps, and those were the 3 things that were needed, and that was absolutely plumb. And add insult to injury, I'm sure it would have hurt Yasir Muhammad to get hit in that part of the thigh, but in any event. And if you're new to cricket, that's the one, I think, most technical rule for dismissal is leg before wicket. And 3 things have to be in place. 1, the ball has to pitch. That means it has to bounce either in line with the wickets or outside of the off stump, as Salman Nazar will continue. And as you look at Manoj Acharya, he tries to work it away to the offside, but not far enough to score a run. As you look at Manoj Acharya, when he's a right-handed batter, so the off stump is the one, not the one on his side, but on the one on the opposite side. So if the ball bounces in line with the 3 stumps or outside of that, then that would be 1 mark for LBW. The other is where it hits the batter on the leg. If it hits it in line with those 3 stumps, then that also counts towards LBW, as this one is dabbed back, no run. And then the third thing is, had the ball not hit the batter in the leg, would it have gone through and hit the stumps? Now, if all those 3 things are true, then the batter is given out LBW, and that was a textbook case of it. The only other thing that would need to be, of course, is that it's not a no ball. In this case, the bowler hadn't overstepped, which in this case, it didn't happen. As Acharya plays this one to backward point, they'll score a run off of it. So Gauss finishes, by the way, 1 for 15 from his 4 overs. Everybody being economical. Gauss and Agrawal each finishing on 3.75 runs and over defensively. And that one tailed away from Deep Patel, who was trying to swipe away and cut it away. And Salman Nazar, I think, I'll tell you what, he has really emerged aside from Najaf Shah and Abdullah Ghazi. As a bit of a story, he's gone! Oh, just as I was singing his praises, he shows you why. And those stumps and those bails didn't know what hit it. They jumped for joy. And so too does Salman Nazar, who sends Deep Patel on his way. The Manhattan Yorkers now 71 for 6. And that turned right down Broad Street. And Deep Patel, you'll see the celebration here. Oh, he knew it. I love it. He's been here before, Salman Nazar. He's taken a couple of forfers. And so Deep Patel, who perhaps the last recognized batsman, he goes 11 off of 12, and now we're down into the bowlers. Manoj Acharya, joined now by Dhruv Pawar. And yesterday, we mentioned Acharya. Acharya was caught out by Viraj Desai, off of Nazar for 1. And after Deep Patel, who was one of the openers yesterday, was run out for 2. And now Dhruv Pawar. And Pawar was batted number 4 yesterday, and he was LBW'd by Mohammad Gauss. So Pawar and Acharya now, and I think now the goal is just to get the 3 figures. So slowly dops that one back to the mound.
You have to go front, guys.
And in case anybody is wondering, that is a Cessna 172S Skyhawk flying overhead. Not like I have an app or anything.
Square, please. Come at square.
Inside.
It's a lovely day here, as we said. It's a little on the chilly side, but it is a good, as we said, the Cavaliers, I think anybody who would have won the toss probably would have bowled first, considering there's a little bit of green on the pitch and this overcast, cool conditions today. As we said, the temperature is not going to make it out of the mid-70s, and currently it's 71, and the wind 8 miles an hour. So Salman Nazar, 1 for 9 after 3 overs. They're 71 for 6 with 3 overs remaining. And we will see Abdullah Ghazi, who will come back in. Just 2 runs allowed in his first 2 overs. And just got the top edge, and that one's going to run all the way down towards the boundary. It was stopped nicely. And
Sorry.
that was awfully close. I think he was back in time. As you can see, a good stop, and turning and firing that one in was Usman Saeed. Here it is again. Now he's back easily. And the crowd to our right, as my dad would say, paid attendance today, 4. And again, going with a wide ball, but Perwar not able to get to it. That was a 1 for Manoj Acharya. So 72 for 6. But Abdullah Ghazi bowling well. As you see, fans to our right. Modest crowd today. Cavaliers fans applauding the hustle by Usman Saeed to keep that, not only from going over the boundary, but getting in to restrict to 1 run. Shorter ball that didn't get much ups after it pitched. So Ghazi bowling the 18th. You would imagine Abdullah Ghazi will bowl the 19th. Salman Nazar, I would guess, or rather, Abdullah Ghazi will probably bowl the 20th. I imagine Salman Nazar will probably bowl the 19th. And cut away. This one goes all the way to deep backward point. Come through for another single. 73 for 6, 2 balls to come. Start thinking ahead to whether or not the Cavaliers are just going to try and end the game as quickly as possible with the 2 guys who ended it yesterday in Shadarapal Hemraj and Kunal Lewis, or whether they'll let their kids bat and get them an opportunity at the top of the order. And again, that one is edged in almost the same spot. Again, Usman Saeed has to come all the way around to third man, and he hit the stumps on a direct hit, but there was no danger of anything outside of the 1 run. So, but Usman Saeed has done well at that position as he's come around and fielded that back at the that third man, that fine third man boundary. And again, going within that wide line in that 4th stump region, and Abdullah Ghazi has another fine over. He gives up just 3. He is none for 5, but when you've given up 5 runs in 3 overs, you can ignore the fact that you haven't taken any wickets on a day when they've really been scuttling this Manhattan Yorker attack. 2 overs to go. Manhattan 74 for 6. One of the things we had asked in the last week's games against the Stallions, it's a very good defensive team. Although we say that in terms of bowling. Their game against the Stallions, what really doomed them was they had 4 really, I think, they had a couple of drop catchers. Yasser Muhammad dropped an easy one in the 19th over, but they also had 2 instances where they had 2 drop catches, and then those balls ricocheted over the fielder's hands for 6. And that was 12 runs right there. That would have really caught things up. Salman Nazar, as predicted, will finish things off in the 19th over from the... Oh, that one is in the air. Catch was the call. He's coming in from the Edinburgh Road end, and that dropped high in the air and in between, just to the right of Chandrapal Hemraj, it slipped, and of Aditya Agrawal, who is in that kind of gully region. And let's say he is kind of in that short third man, kind of like that fly slip. Oh, he goes underneath of it. Is there a man there? Nope, it drops in front. It was kind of in no man's land. And rolled ever so gently to Kenar Lewis, so Dhruv Purwar gets his second run, 76 for 6. And 10 balls remain in this innings for the Manhattan Yorkers, who were hoping perhaps to cause a little bit of an upset with a victory, and then with the help of the other game that's happening with the New England Eagles, if the Stallions could have beat the Eagles, and the Yorkers' victory would have kept them out of last place. But it's been difficult as this one was swiped at. It will come all the way down to fine leg. They'll get 2 out of this before... Oh, that would have been close. And they are given as leg buys. It was Agrawal who whipped the ball back in, so 2 leg buys. Well, Colin Edwards signaled them as leg buys. I don't think they were given as leg buys on our score app for now, but that's why those things have backspace buttons.
Work, Salo, work.
But either way, it's 78 for 6. And Nazar drops the ball. He's lucky in baseball. That would have been a balk. But we're not playing baseball. We're playing cricket, of course. In on the knees once again and spun away. Another good ball by Salman Nazar. He is tied with Sahir Bhatia for wickets in the Eastern Division. If he can pick one up here, he will, unless Stephen Wigg goes nuts, he will be the wicket champion of the East. And
I got it.
he went for a stumping of Manoj Acharya, but didn't get it. Here it is again. They were very convinced, at least he was trying to convince them, was Kevin Christian. Loopier ball. Nope, going down leg, I think. Just with the naked eye. So Salman Nazar will finish the regular season with 18 wickets and tied with Sahir Bhatia, as this one again, well, that might not have hit him on the leg. I think that hit him on the chest. I don't know. On first look, it looked like it was going down leg, but there it looked like it pitched in line, so I don't know. But in any event, Salman Nazar gives up 4 runs, and he finishes his day on 1 for 13. And Abdullah Ghazi will bowl the 20th and final over, with the Manhattan Yorkers hung up on 78 for 6. In fact, it is Paranjay Yadav rather. They thought it was going to be Abdullah Ghazi. I thought it was going to be Abdullah Ghazi, but in fact they'll go with spin from the dog park end. Well, Yadav has a wicket already today. And as we said, the it has been led by the youth movement. A couple of U19 prospects. And Yadav 1 for 22, Agrawal 2 for 15, but he also was bowling when they ran out Derek Narine. Oh, and he kicked it into his stumps. Well, I think that's the first time I've ever seen that. That thing was closer to, that thing was probably closer to Newark than it was the stumps, and it ricochets off the bat and onto the stumps. And that is going to be Yadav's second wicket. I think it's going to go down as him being bowled. It should anyway. Watch this.
So you want it or not?
He comes all the way over. This would have been a wide ball, assuming, I don't know where it would have spun to, but that probably would have been given as a wide. And he practically dove at this, and it clips the off stump.
No, if he said to me, I never said anything until and unless I saw
Weird,
him,
man.
he said like, okay, and
Well,
then I come.
that is the end of Dhruv Pawar, who goes for 2, as Paranjay Yadav is now 2 for 22 in his 4th, and that's been kind of how the day has gone. Adit Kappa, who is having a fine season with the ball, is called on to bat now. And Adit Kappa was the not-out batsman yesterday for 2, as he watched Arya Gar get bowled for a golden duck, and then Rahil Mehta was caught by wicket-keeper Kevin Christian for 4, as the Yorkers were skittled for 116. Paranjay Yadav on 2 for 22, comes in the bowl. And that one is worked away to the offside nicely. They'll take a run. I think that was a big single from Kappa, because I think it would have been very easy to be flummoxed by that, and he was able to get away a run. So a moral victory, and on a day when I feel like those might be the only ones available for the Yorkers, but you never can count out their bowling attack. Manoj Acharya, Yasir Muhammad, good paceman. And again, he was short, and this time it smacked down the ground, but Gillis is able to come over and make the stop. There's the 80th run for the Manhattan Yorkers, 80 for 7.
Adi, go back.
And I imagine that Ali Imran and company will know exactly how this pitch plays, and with 2 very good batters, again, 2 batters that won the game unbeaten yesterday. Big swing. Christian takes it on the second bite of the cherry, but it hopped over everything, and a little bit of pace from Paranjay on that occasion. 2 balls to go in the innings, and Manhattan has, I think, was hoping to have their last batting innings go a little bit better than this. That one is hit in the air. A couple of men converge. It is stopped by Abdullah Ghazi. They'll get 2. Good running. And it will be Adit Kappa who will face the final ball of the 20th over, barring a wide ball that gets away from Kevin Christian. Paranjay Yadav, keep an eye on him. He's going to be a good bowler in the future. And that one is dug out. They'll take 1. Do they want to do for 2? Now, Manoj says, you know, I'm not really feeling frisky today. We'll just take our 1 run and head back to the dugout and try to figure out how to get this Cavaliers team before they can reach their target, which will be set at 84 runs. And here we'll look at it again. Pranav Chattopadhyay, 19. Amrinder Gill, 18. Yasir Muhammad, 15. And that's pretty much it. The Manhattan Yorkers could not get it going today, as the New Jersey Somerset Cavaliers restrict them to just 83 runs, a run rate of 4.2. For the bowlers, well, it was the two kids. Paranjay Yadav, 2 for 27. Aditya Agarwal, 2 for 15. As we said, he agitated a third on the run out. Muhammad Gauss, 1 for 15. Salman Nazar, 1 for 13. And Abdullah Ghazi, none for 5 from his 3 overs. Well, it looks like a pretty straightforward task for the New Jersey Somerset Cavaliers. They need 84 off of 120 balls. Will they do it, or will we see something absolutely cosmic to end this regular season play in the Eastern Division? The answers will be on the other side of this break. You're watching the 2025 Minor League Cricket Championship here on the MLC Network.
Target lengthwise. Good? Oh, that's too cold. Yellow is the crease.
Aryan Batra, 4 for 14.
Full. LBB. Okay, take these for your crease. And bring it back a little bit. Huh? Bring it back a little bit. Okay. Can you do the same for spinners also?
Fast balls will come here.
Yeah. Huh?
Fast balls will go from here. Back side won't argue with that. Yeah, that's true. It was bowling.
Yeah, you start there. Give me some good outswingers. Outswingers. Anything to give me a wicket. Sorry, give yourself a wicket. Bro, I don't think they're gonna we're gonna find out. Ruby. Adit, make sure your targets are good. Okay, cool. Adit. Oh man. Guys, we have a spy. He's not playing.
We gotta go out there. You need to main mode.
Not like a goalie there.
Come up! Come on!
Sorry.
దాంట్లోకి వెళ్ళాలి
Yeah.
So spinners go there.
Lovely. Sorry. I caught it. Oh,
target?
You want it?
That's fine.
Lemon, you also roll your arm.
Yo, Adi was actually bowling some nice ball right now. I don't know what the hell he was doing. He was bowling left arm spin, but it was bowling straight. And I just left him, bro. Like, he bowled this, but it was just going. But I don't think he meant to do it.
Yeah.
It was just happening.
Yeah, I think it was just a surface.
Yeah, it was just happening.
Maybe he was trying to go low quick, he wasn't putting on as many reps.
I know what you mean. Because with that same action, same release, it's stuck in the wicket too. Yeah. Wait, Drew, that's good then. Drew, come here.
Straight and am
Yeah, straight. That's it. Oh, sorry, mate. Pull that wide line. That's it, I'm put in.
ఇక్కడ మట్టి తీయడం వల్ల అడ్డుపడింది నీట్గా అర్థమవుతుందా నవమాక దెంగేస్తా నేను
Inside of that.
బస్ బై యోర్స్ వన్ హ్యాస్ టు లిటిల్ దిస్ సైడ్
Done?
Yep.
Javana, yeah, also be ready to bowl now.
No, this one. Paint march, color march.
కరెక్ట్గానే పెట్టాను
Snake laga. What's that? Oh,
That's okay, I will do with my hand.
Yeah.
कितना था?
7 मिनट.
ना ना. रन कितना था? स्कोर?
स्कोर खाली 83 था.
पता
मैं अराउंड એ લોકો એટલું સારું રમ્યા પણ નહીં.
ओके.
ડન ને જીતેશભાઈ જરૂર છે હવે લાગે છે
ये थोड़ा
હા આ કર દઉં ને થોડું
ये
એના
వెనక్కి పెట్టు.
અંદર ડેન્જર
ఓకే ఓకే.
ఓకే పట్టుకుని ఉంచుతాను.
Same thing. Do that one. Bro.
From it?
Yes.
Yeah, I will do that.
Without
I'll start from here.
వెనకాల ఎక్స్టెండ్ కూడా చేయాలి.
Good, yeah. Well done.
వెనకాల ఎక్స్టెండ్ కొంచెం మామ కొంచెం వేసిన
Major, no, that's okay.
Nice. Lovely ball.
Alan. Subha, I'm going. I'm from coming within a Sure. Out.
What happened to that? It's like Newark Airport.
Everything is okay, right?
Yeah, it looks good, man. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
Yes, 4 more minutes, 4 more minutes.
Oh, what the hell? I did not know that. I didn't feel the wing? I didn't feel my arm. I just felt the arm. Oh yeah. Nice. That's good practice.
This way, there's no question. You know what I'm saying? 2 out.
Yeah. Different lock. So can we go up for both of them? Who's coming? Who's coming?
Yep.
Humpy, I'm waiting on the batsmen to walk in.
Okay.
Are we huddling up?
Yo! Are you playing cricket or what?
How's that? How's that?
I don't think we can time out because...
That's right. Both batsmen? Let me. 83 runs on the board. I gotta try something. Every one of them.
I like that innovation.
Look who on strike! Look who on strike! Ready on strike, lads!
You found the marker, right?
I'm in there. Can you go deep mid for me? I'm going long line. Deep?
Yeah.
Deep step point.
Deeper, long road.
Sorry, shoot.
Thank you, bud. That's the creation of our friend Wicket.
That's it. Start third. Against left. Hold up. Derek, go to slip. Derek, deep.
Look at flip.
Train. Yeah, you go to which way? Yeah.
Guy you were supposed to come out.
Well, leg.
That is covering leg.
Thank you.
We can do Derek. Do switch.
And we're back here for the second half of the second innings, rather, of this match. The Manhattan New Yorkers setting a target for the New Jersey Somerset Cavaliers of 84 from the 20 overs. And the New Jersey Somerset Cavaliers are set to head to the Super 8 playoffs. They'd love to do so with the victory. Brian Barish back here with you on a chilly and mostly cloudy day here in central New Jersey. And it will be Manoj Acharya who will start things off to Kenar Lewis. And Kenar, trying to end this one quickly, drives it down the ground for 4 runs. And Kenar Lewis and Chandrapal Hemraj yesterday met a target of 117 in unbeaten fashion. Did so in 15 overs, 15.1, and the question will be perhaps not whether or not they will do it, but how fast they will do it. Hops over the stumps. Manoj Acharya. Nobody took any wickets yesterday, so all we have is runs. And Manoj Acharya yesterday, none for 12, bowling just 2 overs. The Yorkers using 7 bowlers yesterday. Preet Shah and Yasser Muhammad bowling out full spells. Chopped over. Stump, no run. Kenar Lewis 57 off of 48 yesterday, 4 4s and 5 6s. Chandrapal Hemraj 58 off of 41 for 3 4s and 5 6s. Hemraj last season scoring 108 against the New England Eagles. On a weekend that saw Stephen Taylor get 102, Hemraj 108, and then Taylor come back with 114, all on the same weekend. Lewis again drives down the ground, and a diving stop by Yasser Muhammad keeps the ball in play. And it appeared that they were really only interested in taking, well, we'll put it this way. Lewis thought that he had clobbered this one for 4.
Up in middle, please.
And you'll see the stop coming out of nowhere was Yasser Muhammad. He throws himself around with no regard really for anything, including himself. And Lewis figuring that if it wasn't going to be 4, he was going to be happy enough to take 1. And there is the captain. And holding his wrist a little bit, but seems like he's okay. Knees of Chandrapal Hemraj. Hemraj in his career 899 runs. He won't get over 1,000 today, but has 219 runs for the season in 9 matches. In on the knees, catch was the call, but gets by the fielders. They'll just peel off a single, and the first over comes to an end after the New Jersey Somerset Cavaliers won the toss, sent the Manhattan Yorkers in the bat, and held them to just 83 runs. So 78 required off of the next 19 overs. And as we see Chandrapal Hemraj call for a helmet. Just passing on some general sports news as a sports fan and as a Philadelphia fan. Just found out the passing of Ice Hockey Hall of Famer Bernie Perrant, Philadelphia Sports Institution, passing away at the age of 80 earlier today. I don't know how many of our audience are ice hockey fans, but it is a sad day for Philadelphia sports fans, and we're not terribly far from Philadelphia, only about 45 minutes from downtown, but he is known very well in this region. So just passing that on in case you hadn't heard it, as Dhruv Pawar will get set to take the ball. Probably one of my favorite athletes. He retired before my time, but met him a couple of times, and really a nice man. All right, back to cricket, Brian. Here's Dhruv Pawar bowling over the wicket, and Hemraj smacks him down the ground for 6. Well, Chandrapal Hemraj says, we've got plans at 1:30. We got to get out of here. Maybe they don't, I don't know, but he's acting like it as he turns on this one in a hurry and takes Dhruv Pawar downtown. And it looked like he was thinking about coming down the ground, but instead... So already 12 for none. First maximum, perhaps, of many. And he opens up and plays this one straight into the hands of Derek Narine, and Derek as well checking to make sure he still has 10 fingers as we hear Yasser Muhammad urging Dhruv Pawar on, and he does well to come back with an off spinner. Opens up again, just over the reach of the infielder. And they'll come back in, taking the run, and it was just, may have grazed his finger there out at Kappa. To get a run off of that, and when the required rate is 4. And guided down the ground. Again, no urgency for Kennard Lewis. And went to play it away instead, was top-edged into the ground, and that ends the over. Dhruv Pawar gives up 7. Kennard Lewis on 5, Chandrapal Hemraj on 8 on the other end at the end of 2, chasing 84. The New Jersey Somerset Cavaliers are 13 for none. Acharya looks like he'll continue. As we said, Brian Barish alongside Umair Khan, who's on the board today. Always great working with Umair, as well as Mohsin, who was here last weekend. And everybody from all different points bringing you all the action in minor league cricket. And of course, as we say, Super 8's beginning in Morrisville, North Carolina at Church Street Park beginning Tuesday, September 30th. The Super 8s will feature 2 teams from each of the 4 divisions. We know 5 of those teams. The Cavaliers are one of them. New Jersey Stallions, who are finishing their season off today against New England, as Manoj Acharya continues from the Edinburgh Road end, and good stop by Pranav Chetapalliam, but it's given as a wide. Prevents it from being more. In the Central Division, the Chicago Kingsmen have clinched their spot. And there will be a playoff between Kings 11 Dallas and either the Dallas Exphoria Giants or the Metroplex Tracers. Cut away by Chandrapal Hemraj with the swiftness and the quickness, and it bounces over the road. So 4 more. And Hemraj, who has been patient and is known to be patient, strokes that one. His high, Hemraj, 130. That was in Season 2 in 2022. He also has a 108. Those are his he has 3 centuries. 3 centuries, 3 half centuries. He had a 101. So he had 130 and then 101 in back-to-back games back in 2022. Oh, and I think for sure that was a drop. It sounded like Hemraj got a thick edge to it, and Chetapalliam puts that one down, and he knows it. And that was tough. That's been how the Yorkers' day has been, and they've really struggled the last couple of games in the field. Here it is again. Yep, that definitely was an edge, and it popped out of his gloves. And it's given us a wide. Manoj Acharya, and it's slowly unraveling here. Here it is again. Yeah, that definitely was a little change of direction, and you could hear the nick. And I'll tell you what, the quicker they can get Chandrapal Hemraj, really both of them, really both Hemraj and Kennard Lewis out of here, I think would definitely be a good thing here. But Hemraj says, forget that nonsense. He hits that one deep, and it's caught. Well, there's that wicket. There will be no carrying of the bat today for Chandrapal Hemraj, and Manoj Acharya takes up a big wicket in the third over. And Chandrapal Hemraj, who had an unbeaten half century in the victory yesterday, will perform no such feat today. Manoj Acharya has the wicket. Laksh Parikh squeezes it about 5 feet in front of the boundary. And the New Jersey Somerset Cavaliers are 19 for 1. And so
now we enter in the batting lineup, boys. Come on.
it'll be Usman Saeed, who will come in at number 3.
Oh my God.
Of course, nobody batted yesterday other than Kenar Lewis and Chandrapal Hemraj. So we'll tell you that so far in 4 innings, he's has Usman Saeed. His scores are 6-3, 6, and 2. But we were saying this, this is a good time with a relatively gettable target and with no real stakes in terms of the standings in this match. It's a good time maybe to get some of the lower order batters a chance to perhaps bat higher up, and then if they get out early, you've got batters who can bat under pressure and can achieve a relatively low-hanging target. Good bowling. And that ends the over. Acharya gets a wicket, a big wicket of Chandrapal Hemraj. He gives up 6 in the process, halfway through the power play. The New Jersey Somerset Cavaliers are 19 for 1, and they need 65 more in the last 17 overs. Wind picking up a little bit here as Dhruv Pawar will come back in. And just let's do a little check-in in New Jersey Stallions, 136 for 7. As this one is swatted well by Kenar Lewis. And that hit Yasser Muhammad's car. I think, or at least he's saying that it did.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry.
That hit somebody's car out there. No, it wasn't mine because I'm not parked in the front row. Oh, it was your car. Doink. I hope you have good insurance. Oh, that's funny. Well, I'm glad he could have a laugh about it. Meanwhile, at 6 runs for Kenar Lewis. It's the last game of the season, folks, and everybody having a smile. Same thing with Kenar. Yasser Muhammad. Oh. Very vocal captain. Oh. New England Eagles, by the way, 44. They're chasing a target at 137. They're 44 for 2 at the end of the power play. Stallions trying to go undefeated. He loads up again. No automobiles in harm's way on this occasion.
Yeah. I'm more in. Yo, go.
26 for 1. This is fun. I'm having fun. I hope y'all are having fun too. Yeah, it's the 5th season of minor league cricket. The regular season draws to an end, and again we get set for the Super 8s. I'll tell you what, we mentioned the Atlanta Fire. That's one of the 3 games that have a bearing on the team on the postseason. They were bowled out for 81 against Baltimore, and that one spins away, giving us a wide. So as Ravi Ganta pretends he's singing T for Temple U, or that he's landing over at Trenton Airport. And that was a tighter line. Same type of delivery, but well within the line, well within the tram line, so a good comeback. 3 balls to come. Slashes this one away, but stopped nicely, and they'll try to get him coming back. He put the pressure on, but good job in the field. It's been feast or famine for the Yorkers. At times they've been brilliant. They've made some stops, but again, as we mentioned, a couple of really difficult misfields. Looking, no. And there was a huge appeal. We'll see it again. Oh, nope. Final ball of the over is smacked away, but to no avail, no run. So Dhruv Pawar comes back after being taken and almost raising the insurance on Yasir Muhammad's car in the process. 4 complete. New Jersey Somerset Cavaliers 27 for 1. They require 57 off the final 16. So just to complete the thought, we had, as we said, we had the Atlanta Fire who were bowled out for 81. And you see Manoj Acharya coming in to get set to bowl his 3rd over. And the Baltimore Royals need 14 runs, or at last check, we'll update it now, they need 6 runs, and they are in the 9th over. So the Royals are going to win, it looks like. And that will punch their ticket into the Super 8s as Kenar Lewis will face Manoj Acharya to start. Acharya bowling from the Edinburgh Road end. And that will be the Atlanta Fire's first defeat when it looked like they were going to be nigh invincible. Turn to the onside, and they'll take a run. 28 for 1. So the Royals go to 8-1, 8-1-1, and they have clinched the 6th spot in the Super 8s. And it comes down to, as Acharya comes in, and Usman Saeed decides, I'm going to dab this one down. The Atlanta Lightning are going to play the Morrisville Raptors later. The Lightning have to win all 3 games, and if they do that, they have to win today, and then they play the Fire twice next week, once on Friday, once on Saturday. If they win all 3 of those games, they are in, and the Fire are out. Lewis decides to, that was, I think it was a half drive attempt, but to no avail, no run. So that is what's going on in the Southern. As we said, the one game that has started now, the Metroplex Tracers are playing the Lone Star Athletics, and the Athletics batting first are 24 for 1 in the 4th. And Lewis golfs this one high, and it's taken, and that will be it for Kenar Lewis. So the openers are taken care of, and Manoj Acharya has gotten them both. Yasir Muhammad is happy. He says, hey boys, this ain't done until the 20th over is bowled or we knock them all over. And it was Javen Thomas who went for a 6-ball duck offensively. And it was golf down the ground. Thomas came over, was watching him all the way. And he and his big floppy hat make the catch. Yasir Muhammad says there was much rejoicing, and they are 29 for 2 after 4.4 overs. Well, now here comes Kevin Christian, the wicket keeper, and he has been something else. 35 on opening day and 27 runs, most of them in the final over at the death, to put all sorts of pressure on the New Jersey Stallions in that game on Labor Day. Since then, he has 5 and 3, coming off of 3 runs in the game last Sunday against the Titans. Well, Here's Acharya in the ground. Haven't really seen anybody build a partnership. Of course, it's kind of difficult when you only get 83 on one side.
Let's enjoy the cricket here, lads. Absolutely brilliant bowling here, buddy.
The largest partnership was 26 between Yasir Muhammad and Deep Patel. That one goes behind and stopped
This is what we have, lads. We support the bowlers. Drew, come on. Drew,
by Rahil Mehta.
Drew, come on.
Slip change.
Come on, Drew. Come on, Drew.
And that will do it for the 5th over. 29 for 2, and Dhruv Patel will come back in and continue from the dog park end. As Yasir Muhammad basically leaving his primary bowler and at least one of his primary pacemen and his primary spinner to try and really prevent the Cavaliers from ending this early. Whacked into the ground, no run. So I think it's a good call, and we'll probably see Yasir Muhammad bring himself in the second wave after the power play. Cut away. And Parikh, who made that nice catch in the deep. As you see, he is a ball of energy as Yasir Muhammad. Always chatting. You can see keeping himself loose. He knows he's going to be bringing, I would say probably, I wouldn't be surprised if he brought himself in on the next over. The focus is on Kevin Christian. Smashed! Oh, that was aerial. He waited on it. Guessed the spin right. And powers that one over the rope for 6.
Absolutely no worries here, Drew. Absolutely no
It was a Yorker length delivery, and Christian said, let's go downtown. I promise I won't hit your car. I'll tell you what, he's been a good find, but he gets this one, he top edges it, and it's caught. 6 and out. As Kevin Christian goes, and that's a huge wicket. Pawar gets his first. Christian has to go. Well, trick of the tail, perhaps. And they're 3 down within the power play. He went for it again, but top edged. And once again, it's Javen Thomas who's there. And Christian knew it. They converged and they got the put out. So 36 for 3. They are 10 runs ahead of the par score, but the par score does only tell you so much, and so does the pace, and the fact that the Manhattan Yorkers were 32 for 1 at the end of the power play. Still 2 balls to come. And it is Rishi Shimpi. And Rishi, again, there's plenty of talent at the top here. His high is 35. And so far this season, in his last 2 games, he's gotten out of double digits. He's got 15 and 17. All told, 97 runs all told in 2 seasons. Just 33 from 32 balls here. And they have 2 slips in for him, with the spin bowler Pawar and 1 ball to come in this power play. Thought about it, but it will be given as a wide. I don't want to give them any extra runs. There's not a lot of wiggle room when the target is only 84. Back down to the bowler, and Pawar makes the stop. Well, he got a wicket, did Dhruv Purwar.
Your day here, Yasir. Your
Yes.
day here, Yasir. Come on, buddy.
I don't think you should take 5 out. Yeah, keep like 2 or 3.
Was able to get Kevin Christian to go. Here's the catch once again, and some good bowling in very difficult circumstances. 23, 1 from 23, beg your pardon. And after the power play, the New Jersey Somerset Cavaliers 37 for 3, and now, as predicted, it is Yasir Muhammad, the captain.
Thank you.
And Yasir yesterday,
Thank
none for 36. Dhruv Purwar yesterday was none for 20. And Yasir, one of only 2 bowlers to bowl out his 4 overs. He only took 14.5 to win the game yesterday.
Catch it. Oh, that's
Slashed to the onside by Usman Saeed. It's stopped in the deep and whipped back in. They'll take a couple.
Nicely. Come, Yasir. Come, Yasir.
Yasir did play for the Cavaliers earlier in his minor league cricket career, as this one is turned to the onside, but Rahel Mata is there, so no chance to take a run, even though it was turned towards fine leg. Fans this time to the onside, but he changes his mind, so good comeback by Yasir Muhammad.
just say no.
Yasir with the ball. 39 wickets.
Go on, yes.
His best was 4 for 30 in the first season. Oh, he thought he had it. He thought he had him clipped on the legs, but
Come on, boys. Harder than it is. Harder than it is. Come on, boys.
looked like it was dabbed down. He was ready to call it. Was Yasir Muhammad, but good off spinner. One ball to come in the 7th over, and to quote Paul McCartney, walking that fine line between chaos and creation. They've got plenty of time to get 45 runs, but they don't want to be too over careful, and Yasir Muhammad with a great over. He gives up just 2 runs, and after 7, the New Jersey Somerset Cavaliers are 39 for 3. They require 45 off the final 13 overs. As we take a look at where the teams were, and the Cavaliers slightly ahead of where the Manhattan Yorkers were. Manhattan Yorkers. Did I say the Workers? I feel like I said the Manhattan Workers. It was the Manhattan Yorkers. But they have the ability to accelerate like a Mustang. Except they're not the Mustangs anymore. They're Dallas 11. They're Kings 11 Dallas. That's something else. I've been very impressed with Adit Kappa from what I've seen, and he bowled well yesterday. He gave up just 3 runs in the 1 over he worked. But in that exciting game last Sunday, he took a wicket, and he bowled very tight lines. He gave all sorts of different looks to the batters, and I'm interested to see his career grow. Stroke down the ground. Stopped by Yasir. Cavaliers now 40 for 3. And oh, thinking that might have clipped them on the pads. Definitely sounded like it hit his pad, but it also sounded like it was going down leg. awfully close. And we've seen a couple of calls that, with the benefit of replay, have looked a little bit clearer, but that's, again, we had that extra addition and the umpires don't. As this one is whacked into the ground. Hey, 2 good overs back-to-back. The Yorkers have only allowed 3 runs as Kappa is none for 1 after his first. And at the end of 8 overs, the Cavs chasing 84, or 40 for 3, and they require 44 off the final 12 overs. And Yasser Muhammad will continue from the Edinburgh Road end. And again, we're just refreshing and looking at scores, and again, there's only, as we said, there's only, as we say, 3 matches that are going to affect the postseason, and of course the one just ended where the Atlanta Fire bowled out for 81, and the Baltimore Royals run down easily. They have not clinched the South Division outright, even as Yasser Muhammad's first ball has to be defended by Rishi Simpy. That rain out now looming a little bit larger, where the Royals bowled out the Morrisville Raptors for 63, but then rain washed away the second innings. Fuller ball, and Rishi has to defend. Love Yasser Muhammad's bowling action. Love how the energy he brings to the game. Shorter ball this time, and Rishi just guides it away for a single. 41 for 3. So thought about it. Into the hands of Pranav Chetapalliam. They're only 6 ahead of the par score. It's 43 off of 69. 68, sorry.
Come, Yas.
Oh, he got him! Put onto the stumps, and Yasser Muhammad gets a big wicket. It's not quite over, Red Rover. 41 for 4, and Usman Saeed, a rather uneventful day for him in the crease. 4 off of 20, and the captain Ali Imran will come out. And for Yasser Muhammad, he gets a wicket. It's also a dot ball. Yep, dragged it right on. And this was a little cathartic, I would say, from Yasser Muhammad. And hey, for a team that only has 1 win, you could look, and I think there were some of the games that were clearly outplayed. It looked like for sure that was going to be the case here, especially with 2 openers who weren't dismissed yesterday. And you were like, well, this is going to be a mauling, but
Okay. Deep.
Ali Imran now will come out.
Yo, where are you standing? Come closer.
Drew, come catch it.
You have to be in front of him.
Trying to catch him napping, and Yasser Muhammad, once again, a great over from him. He gets the wicket. He gives up 1 run in the process. 9 complete. The New Jersey Somerset Cavaliers 41 for 4. 43 off of 66, but it is not proving to be an easy task.
Take out the slip or take out covers and take out point for another cover.
And
Take out.
Yeah, what?
Get one here. Okay. Jimmy, go. One by deep.
Ali Imran and Rishi Shimpi. And Yasser Muhammad, you can hear him.
This way, bro. This way. Jimmy,
And now it's up to Kappa. The Cavaliers in the last 3 overs have been 1 for 4. Or 4 for 1, beg your pardon. And they found themselves at 37 for 3 as Kappa bowls around the wicket. In the air, it's catchable. It's caught! Another one bites the dust. It's Derek Narine who hangs on to it. Do not malign Derek Narine. He makes the catch, and that will do it for Rishi Shimpi. And Rishi Shimpi has to go 2 off of 9. Adit Kappa has a wicket. He's 1 for 1. And he didn't get all of it at all. That may have been off the end of the bat. And there was the celebration by Derek Narine. And he was like, rats. Well, they have now, now in the last 4 overs, they are now 4 for 2 and 41 for 5. And my goodness, this is, 2 and 8 is a lot better than 1 and 9, and I think that's what's at stake here. And New Yorkers, I think when they part ways, as you take a look at the worm chart, it is even Stevens at this point. They are right at the same level. But now we're getting into the back end of the Cavaliers order, and it will be a question of fortitude in terms of who will have the better performance to emerge from here. New Yorkers at this point, at the end of, as we take a look at the bowling, everybody's got a wicket. Manuja Charia 2 for 14, Dhruv Pawar 1 for 23, but the 2 at the bottom, Yasser Muhammad 1 for 3 in 2 overs so far, and Adit Kappa 1 for 1. And that's been what's turned the screws, and we've seen that for the Cavaliers in that game on Labor Day against the Stallions, where we saw Salman Nazar and Viraj Desai put all sorts of pressure on the Stallions, and that was the day that Salman Nazar got that 4-fer. Well, there's a shot. That's a big old stretch. Well, that's on the internet now. 41 for 5, and it will be Muhammad Gauss, and he comes in at number 7.
Let him try to hit back at the car.
Better coming left, camera. Fight to go.
And you can hear Yasser Muhammad say, squeeze him. Gauss, a member of the Cavaliers in 2021. He batted 4 innings for a total of 29. And this is his first time at bat in season 2025. And Adit Kappa gives him a free run off the wide. And we said yesterday they had only had 6 extras. So far they've given him 4. Almost making the catch, but it got through. And Yasser Muhammad has to pretend he's sliding into second base, and he puts all the berries in on the return. This would have been awfully close. Ooh, just under him. But the effort is good, and that's what we like to see. 44 for 5. Oh, just kept outside. Good ball for Adit Kappa. They've been really high on him. They've been giving him lots of chatter, lots of talk. And he's been doing well to keep the batters guessing on those outer balls. And he bowls the same spot 3 times in a row. One ball still to come, and then we'll have some drinks and ponder what might happen in the second half of this innings. Oh, what a great bowling. Great bowling. He owns that fourth stump. And Kappa takes the wicket. He allows 3 as Rishi Shimpi hold out to Derek Narayan. And you see it again, just right there on the edge of the bat. And at it, Kappa is 1 for 4 after 2. And well, it doesn't appear that we're going to have a drinks break, so it looks like we will continue.
Good.
They did it with the wicket. Well, that would explain it. Okay. It's the same thing that happened last time. Why didn't I figure that out as this goes through? Stopped nicely again as Adit Kappa still getting the ball.
One's coming here, Yas. One's coming.
With a good stop there. Yasser Muhammad, 1 for 3. Oh, it's in the air. Is anybody there? No, it just gets by the fielder. And scampering all the way back again was Derek Narayan. And again, they'll come through for a couple. And good job on the heads up as Derek Narayan, who was in as a slip, was thinking that he was set up for the slip, but there was nobody in that fine leg region. And in the end, it was a scamper to just stop the bleeding. Full toss, smacked away by Ali Imran, but right to the fielder. And once again, I believe that was Thomas. Here it is again. And again, it went off that top edge, and you saw Narayan come all the way back from the slip position to scamper and hold it to 1. Ooh. Couple more. We'll think about another. And that was good hustle between the wickets. Great hustle between the wickets for those two.
Middle.
You gotta hit him now, bro. Huh?
That can't be right. That wasn't a dot ball. Yeah, that was 3. So 49 for 5.
You gotta hit him.
And now they're starting to dig in a little bit. Again, the asking rate is under 4, so they're ahead of that in this over. And that was a good ball once again, trying to catch. Gauss going outside the crease was Pranav Chettopalayam, who's played well. And that one drop, however, but. And that could have, imagine if he would have held on to that. Oh, again, thinking he caught the outside edge, but to no avail. And Yasser Muhammad ends the over with a couple of dots. He gives up 5. And after 11, the New Jersey Somerset Cavaliers are 49 for 5, and they require 35 off of 54. They're in good shape, but it is not going to be easy. And this is one of these rare situations where the run rate doesn't mean anything. Again, the New Jersey Somerset Cavaliers locked in the second behind the New Jersey Stallions, who are locked in the first. The NYC Titans finishing third at 5-5 after a season where they won just 2 games. Kappa comes in. The sweep attempt is no. No. Adit wanted it. So did Pranav. And we'll see why it wasn't given. Pitched in line.
Oh Lord, I know you want to hit that one there.
See it again.
Yes, Adit, this is what I like. Come on, boys.
It may have been out. It was right on the line there in terms of where it pitched. The 3-dot balls by Adat Kappa. Ali Imran tries to bring up the 50. It's hit in the air, and that will bring up the 50 ahead of Yasser Muhammad. It's a 4 for Ali Imran, and that, believe it or not, is only the third 4 of the innings for the New Jersey Somerset Cavaliers. They go to 53 for 5, and they get to the 50 here in this 12th over, and you see Yasser Muhammad giving chase, but he was a couple yards away. Looking again off of the sweep, but again, not given. And then a couple of close calls, and the Cavaliers could easily be 7 or 8 down. As you see the fluid stroke from Ali Imran, they'll get another couple here. Oof, that would have been close. In fact, they're giving us buys, and that ends the over. Those won't count towards Adat Kappa's total. He remains 1 for 8, although his over yields 6 runs. And at the end of 12, the Cavaliers are 55 for 5. That's a nice round number. 29 required off the final 8 overs. The Yorkers got to their 50, and that big over in the 14th. So they're about 2 overs ahead of that. And they are 4 ahead of the par score at this point. So the Cavaliers, as long, they clearly want to win this, but they are not in any sort of hurry because, again, there's no worry about the run rate. That might come into effect when they start playing the Super 8s. And the Super 8, the 18 qualified teams will be divided into 2 groups of 4 teams each. They'll play a round robin Thursday through Friday next week in Morrisville, North Carolina, with the 2 group winners going to the final on Sunday. Yasser Muhammad continuing, and will finish his spell doing so from the Edinburgh Road end. And Gauss comes down and strokes a single, 56 for 5. And somebody, I'm sure, can correct me, but I think it might be the same situation as last year, where each of the teams will have 2 group winners and 2 runners-up. And like last year, I think they'll have 2 of the old Atlantic Conference teams and 2 of the old Pacific Conference teams. So 1 team from the East and the South, but it'll essentially be 1 team from each of the 4 divisions. I haven't had that confirmed to me yet. I'm sure somebody will at some point as Yasser Muhammad continues. Ali Imran with an easy single.
Come up, bro. Come up.
57 for 5, and now 27 required.
Nice, yes.
Oh, missed everything. Missed the bat, missed the stumps, and Raheel had to get on his horse, and he throws that one down the ground.
Sorry, Imran.
Oof.
I didn't see it. When I'm coming back.
So a couple more, and they are getting them all over the place, and it is 2 more buys. 59 for 5. 25 required now, and they are marginally ahead of the run rate. They're only going at 4.6. Again, tried to stump him, but to no avail. Muhammad goes, and Ali Imran looking the more steady of the 2 batters here. Shorter ball turned to the onside by Gauss, and that will roll and go for 4. There wasn't a man waiting there at backward point. It is a boundary. Gauss's first in this game, and the over comes to an end after 8 runs have been added to the total. 21 required from the final 7 overs. And they are 63 for 5, and that one a shorter ball by Yasser Muhammad. And turned with ease. So 63 for 5, and Kappa will come in to finish his spell. He's bowled well today, and I'm sure the Yorkers will try to retain him for season 2026. Yasser Muhammad finishes 1 for 14. Kappa to Imran, and Ali Imran just dabs it back to the bowler. No run.
For him, have him. Good, it's fine.
As you can hear Yasser Muhammad urging Kappa that if he can get this one, they'll be into the bowlers. Ali Imran is good enough of a batter to not do anything silly, at least not on purpose. And there's no extreme pressure right now because they are ahead of the run rate. And if they get into a position where it is close, they can punish anything that needs to be punished and take a big bite out of that total. Sweeps this one, goes all the way down, stopped at the deep nicely, but they will come back for 2. That's a good way to keep the scoreboard ticking. 12 for Ali Imran, 65 for 5 now. And now it's 19 required. Oh, good ball. I think overall I love his bowling action. I love the fact that he can take velocity off the ball. I mean, for a spin bowler, there's not a whole lot to begin with it, but he can loop it a little bit more. Shorter ball, but this one is hit to mid-off and hit for a maximum. And that, as we said, they can take big bites out of the remaining total when they need to, and Ali Imran has done that with his first maximum of the innings, the 4th by the team. And as they try to keep Adit Kappa calm, he comes back and it has to play a defensive shot. So Adit Kappa finishes his 2025 season on a 1 for 16 spell, giving up 7 runs. And the Cavaliers now 71 for 5, and the equation is 13 from the final 36.
13? Yeah. Come on. 1, 2 wickets. These are the last 2 wickets. No batters after this one, lads. Come on.
Pacer.
You staying up?
Yeah.
Well, we've had 4 bowlers.
Drop back in mid. This time you're going to take the catch,
And I
right?
believe it'll be Laks Parikh who will come in and bowl the 15th. He'll be the 4th bowler.
I play with Dominator, with Sidhu and Jesse. But then Crickmack said this year I have to play with them.
Really?
Yeah. I told him, I want to play Premier. They're like, no.
And Parikh, who got a wicket in the game last week. He got a big wicket in the game last Sunday against the Stallions. Of course, guy who played mostly in Texas for the Lone Star Athletics franchise. In fact, he played during the first season when they were the Austin Athletics. Left arm bowler will bowl a wide ball. And that unfortunately ratchets us up. That's self-inflicted pressure.
There's a fielder there. There's no worries about that. There's a fielder. This one's a bit shaky. You got a weak link here, boys. Come on.
Oh, look for it. Nope.
A lot of pressure here, boys.
Nice luck, nice.
Lovely stuff. Yeah, buddy.
Colin Edwards said that was not leg before wicket. And we'll see why here.
Yeah, buddy. They got 400 on this one next, buddy. Come on, boys. Come on.
Shorter ball. And may have been going high. In fact, it was. So that would have cleared after it had gone over. It would have probably hopped over the stumps. So. But it's a dot ball. They need more of those. Oh, feather to the onside. Stopped quickly, and they got the run. but they had to hustle all the way. Gauss gets his 8th run. 11 to win.
MP1. Thank you.
And for the Manhattan Yorkers, the season coming to an end here. Again, disappointing. There are some good things they could take. I think they battled well all season. And they'll regroup and try and keep some of these young guns here for next season.
No. Nice luck.
And as for the New Jersey Somerset Cavaliers, you know, these two teams really have been ships passing in the night. The Manhattan Yorkers 8-7-1 in 2021, and then 10-4 in 2022, and they made the playoffs, but were eliminated by the Atlanta Fire. And then last in 2023.
Nice luck.
Rubbed into the ground, no run. Yet Parikh is bowling well and not really giving them anything difficult to hit. The Yorkers 2-7-1 in 2023. It was finishing in last. They finished 3-5 last year. They finished ahead of both New England and the NYC Titans. 2 balls still to come in the 15th over, and the Cavaliers need 11 to win. And then the Cavaliers have gone in the other direction. They went to the final in 2023, and that one is driven along the ground. They'll take the 1.
Nice luck, so ball.
1 ball still to come. They finished at 5-4-1, and there was some controversy, if you remember, 2 years ago, because the then Empire State Titans forfeited their last 2 games and essentially that gave the New England Eagles a wild card playoff spot, and the decision was made to give the Cavaliers a playoff game against the Eagles for that second Super 8 spot. This will be close. I think Red Hill pegged the stumps. That would have been some strife for Ali Imran. As it is, they take 1 more run. Parikh gives up 4 in the over. 5 overs to go, 30 balls, and the New Jersey Somerset Cavaliers need just 9 runs to win. For the Cavaliers, that 2023 season was weird for them, because again, they thought they were done, and I commentated the last game of the season against the Philadelphians, and we all made the assumption that that was going to be it when we heard the news that the Titans had forfeited those last 2 games. But minor league cricket, I think, rightfully gave them a lifeline. They gave them a game against the New England Eagles, which they won. That put them into a wild card final against the New Jersey Stallions, which they won in a super over. Then in the Super 8s, their first game, they won against the Philadelphians, but they ended up fielding an ineligible player. It was too many, I think, international players was the ruling. So they ended up losing that game, but winning the other 2, as Dhruv Pawar will come back in, and this will finish his spell, as Gauss not able to pierce the infield. And then they ended up winning both of those games and then falling to the then Dallas Mustangs in the grand final. Looping ball turned to the inside. It's only going to end up being a full toss. They'll get 1. It's stopped in the deep. A second run will be got back easily as Gauss is there. So down to 7 required. And the Cavaliers now all of a sudden, it hasn't needed to be a flashy performance. Had they gotten them from their 2 openers, I don't think they would have minded, but it didn't need to be. It just needed to be straightforward and professional, and that's kind of what we're getting. But you have to give it up for the Manhattan Yorkers, who I think really applied a lot of pressure. And Pawar with a wicket in the air, but behind the slip, and Manoj Acharya's got to run all the way down to the rope. He's able to get there before it gets there. And it's another couple for Gauss, and it's down to 5. How well will the New Jersey Somerset Cavaliers do in the Super 8s? They've been impressive at times, and they've been perhaps a little bit behind put themselves a little bit behind the 8 ball at times. But if Najaf Shah comes back healthy. You know you're going to have, Salman Nazar is bowling really well. Abdullah Ghazi is bowling well. I think their kid, like I said, they're two youngsters. I think Puranjay Yadav is a real find. And an aerial ball that is stopped by Deep Patel, who stops it with his foot and just kind of lets it sit there and says, hey, you guys want another run? Are you sure? Nah? Okay. Well, Pawar gives up 4 in his last over. He's 1 for 27, and with 4 overs to go, the Cavaliers are 5 runs from victory, 79 for 5. And here is the worm chart, and again, it has been that pace. They put themselves a little bit ahead of. Remember, you could see it was close. We brought it up in the 9th over, and we said that it was really even Stevens, but there's been that incremental acceleration, and it's really come. I think it's really come from the middle of the order. And Ali Imran getting a 6. Kevin Christian before he went. These were little bits of acceleration that weren't as present in the Yorkers' innings. But it will be Manoj Acharya who will try to keep the game alive here. And Ali Imran, 19 off of 22. And right now he is joint with Pranav Chetapaliyam for the high score in this game. Manoj, his final over.
No run.
And Ali Imran has to defend this one. Again, absolutely no pressure on the New Jersey Somerset Cavaliers at this point in time. And even if they get into the bowlers, I think they should be capable, you would think, but we've seen stranger things happen. But that could all change with one swing. And that was the swing. It thumps off of his pads, but from the naked eye, it looked like it was going down leg anyway, so. And I'm at about I would say a 30-degree angle, and I could tell that. Yep. Always going down leg. The wind has picked up. I'll tell you what's gotten chilly. It's gotten even chillier. And just caught the top edge and floated away to the offside, no run. Chatter from the Yorkers. Narayan playing kind of a deep slip. He's, I would say, maybe about 10 feet behind where Chetapaliyam is. Dabs it into the ground. They will look to take one all the way. Now a boundary wins the game. 4 required from the final 20 balls. And Ali Imran on 20 off of 26 has done his job. Kinar Lewis and Chandrapal Hemraj, who went unbeaten yesterday. Lewis 13 off of 11. Hemraj 12 off of 10. Acharya dismissed them both, and that one is going to scamper all the way, and that is how this game is going to end, with 4 byes, I believe. But in any event, it is a rather, well, anticlimactic end of this game. And the New Jersey Somerset Cavaliers winners by 5 wickets, and they do so with 19 balls remaining in the game as umpire Colin Edwards dislodges the bails to signal the end of the match. And for the Cavaliers, they finished the season at 8-2. It wasn't pretty, but Ali Imran and Mohammad Goose get there in the end, 20 and 13 not out respectively, after the Yorkers took care of the top order and looked like a little bit of a pressure was going to be applied. But in the end, they do so comfortably. 84 for 5, the final score. As for the bowlers, I don't think they bowled terribly badly. Manoj Acharya, as we said, got both openers 2 for 15. Dhruv Pawar 1 for 27. And Yasir Muhammad and Adit Kappa, I think, bowled the best. 1 for 14 and 1 for 16. Laksh Parikh, none for 4. So the season comes to an end for the Manhattan Yorkers. They'll finish in last place, unfortunately, a 1-9 record. I think they played very, I think they played with good spirit. They should keep their heads up high. As for the New Jersey Somerset Cavaliers, they can take a breath, and they will have 9 days to get ready for the opening of the Super 8s, which we begin on Tuesday, September 30th in Morrisville, North Carolina at famous Church Street Park. Go and watch that. If you're able to get into the area, do it. If you can't, join us here on the MLC Network. I'm sure that Amin Patel and Nate Hayes, I know Joe Hickey will be there. There will be some great matches, and we hope you will join it. It has been a privilege to be able to call minor league cricket for the 4th season. I appreciate everybody's help and support. I appreciate, of course, Umair Khan here, who's done a fantastic job, and to Mo in previous weeks, and to Vishal and everybody who has brought to you today's matches. We wish you a great rest of your fall, a pleasant good evening. This is Brian Barish saying so long for now.